we going to actually communicate with our guest when so much of what we do is, and what we know in non-COVID times, is based on facial expressions and body language and being close and being able to pick up our guests and do all these things that we do. And now it's different, and it's kind of looking on how we're moving forward with these challenging times. And part of it is, if we just look at self-reflection and language, the fact that 65% of our communication is nonverbal, it's actually a really great opportunity for us to start to rethink of how to connect with our guests, because building trust and connections is such a valuable piece of what we do out there every day, right? And when I think about, you know, different ways to connect, is kind of like practicing positivity. And, you know, just to go back a second on positivity, is our natural way of human makeup is we have, our brain is negative bias. It's what we do from the caveman days of, you know, we have these negative thoughts to save our lives, our physical lives. You know, bears are trying to eat us, and tigers and all these things are, they're trying to get us. And now, although we're still human and we have that negative bias in us to save us physically, we don't have those challenges anymore, really. And well, most of us don't have that, where we have tigers chasing us. But that naturally then shifts from physical negative bias to, unfortunately, to emotional negative bias. And because that negative bias exists, we tend to go to the negative. Like, feedback is a perfect example of, you could get 10 positive pieces of feedback and one negative one, and you walk away thinking about the negative one. And it's just the way we're wired. You know, studies that have been done with NSAA, that there are all those word bubbles that come out of people's feedback. And on the positive side of NSAA, of why you come back to lessons, instructor is the biggest bubble. It's the reason why they come back. And then you look at the results and data on why people don't come back. The biggest bubble is instructors. And it's based on positivity, attitude, inclusion, trust building, those kind of things. That's why they come back. And the exact opposite, you would think, gosh, you know, based on the fact that I didn't build trust, or I was negative and projecting negativity, or not being a good listener, or not giving proper feedback, or those kind of things. It comes down to the people skills side of the equation. And if we can harness the positive side, they're going to come back. Why I want to bring it up is, I would like for us to start to think about self-wellness and inject positivity from home. You know, here we are sitting in our living rooms or wherever we are. This is a perfect opportunity for us to be able to practice positivity. And those kind of things are, you know, we've heard about people like posturing and supermaning and doing all these things. Well, that actually builds trust and connections. And if we feel the positivity and we practice good positive thinking, that actually attracts and mirrors positivity. You know, an example might be, you know, when people yawn. If I yawn, you yawn, kind of a thing. Or if I don't know, cross my arms, you might cross your arms, or what have you. So if I'm starting to then project positive posture, or the way that I pace my words, or the inflection that I have in my voice, those things can really build positive connections. And so my ask, I guess, is to start to find ways to practice the self wellness positivity and choosing positivity, even though that negative bias is there. We have choices from that to either, am I contributing to the negativity? Am I adding to that? Or am I choosing to change that into a positive way? And when you think about if you're being positive and then all of a sudden the guests are coming to be with you, they're going through the same struggles and challenges that we are with this pandemic, but they're opting to be with us in skiing. And so they're looking to you for trust and guidance in these kind of challenging times. So let's exercise the self-wellness of the positivity, and they will then be able to connect and trust where you are in a positive fashion. So there's power in body language and positive thinking. And yeah, I hope that we have a really safe and healthy ski season ahead and snowboarding season for those of you who are snowboarders.